Okay, so I'm here outside this house, and this is a really interesting house because it's in Bournville, and this was actually one of the, no, it wasn't one of the, it was the very first house that I ever actually bought 10 years ago now, or just over 10 years ago. And it's also the most recent property that I've ever bought, and the reason is because 10 years ago I bought that property, but I couldn't put it in my name because 10 years ago I was only 17, so I wasn't even 18. So the property, what happened was I actually put it in a family member's name, and I've been meaning to switch it over to my name for absolutely ages, but it's not as easy as just switching it over. You see, when we bought that property, I've actually done a video explaining how I bought that property aged 17 with no money. So if you want to check out how I bought that property, just click the link just above my head. But it's been sitting in someone else's name, but in trust for me for 10 years. And the mortgage on it was £100,000. That's the mortgage outstanding on the property. Now, the really cool thing is the mortgage is £100,000. I bought it effectively for £100,000, but now the property is worth about 185. So it's gone up in value. It's almost doubled in value over the last 10 years, despite there being a recession and everything. It's almost doubled in value. So it's now worth 185. So when how we've transferred it over, I've just bought it off my family member for £100,000, paid off the mortgage, and I've bought it for cash. And I'm now giving it a refurb because it's not hardly had any work on it at all for the last 10 years. So I'm giving it a refurb, and then I'm going to refinance it. And not only will it be, it was a no money down deal. Now when I buy it for 100 and refinance it at 185, I'll be able to pull out so much cash, so much equity from the property. So it's fantastic. So it's been a right little gem. It's going to make me a lot of money now when I refinance it once the work is finished. But even better than that, I've been making £1,000 a month profit. Just shy, maybe £900 a month after all costs, profit on that house for the last 10 years. So it's just incredible. So I'll show you around the house now and show you what's going on. This is the house. Okay, so this is the lounge, which is currently being renovated and painted as we speak. It's very messy, but that's because we've just moved all the tenants out to do the property up. So this is the lounge, and this is used as a communal area. We've got the kitchen through here with our wonderful decorator. Hey man, what's up, bro? He's doing a fantastic job. Property is really looking good. Bathroom. Looks like this wall's been painted. Kitchen's being changed, floors being changed, doing up all the work. So downstairs there is a sitting room. It was a sitting room, but we turned it into a bedroom by putting a bed in it. So this room for the last 10 years has had 4 tenants in it, so that's just insane. Our longest standing tenant has been in this room. There was a guy called Mitesh, and he lived in this room for 6 years, and he just paid a rent of £365. Lived in this room, really happy. So we've only had 4 tenants ever in this room, and who would have known? Because when I bought it, it was told to me that this was a sitting room, so that's kind of fantastic. I'll take you upstairs as well. So we've got 1 bedroom downstairs, and then we've got 3 bedrooms upstairs, and they've all been rented out. It's pretty much been 100% occupied since I bought it 10 years ago. So because we're doing a lot of work, we've actually moved the tenants out apart from 1 tenant. So this room is still occupied, so we won't go in there. But these 2, in fact that room is actually the biggest. They've got quite a large double room in there. This is a single room. It's 80 square feet. And this room is also a single room. That's 72 square feet. It looks kind of tiny on the video. But despite these rooms being quite small, and despite them sharing a bathroom, sharing a kitchen, it's in Bournville. I bought it for £100,000. I've been getting a rent on average of £1,550 a month by renting out the rooms, and I didn't put a penny down. And now not only did I not put a penny down, but I'll be refinancing it back up to its true value, which is now £185,000. Can you believe it? So it's not officially a lease option agreement, but it's a little bit similar. A lease option agreement is where you buy a property now, pay for it later. This property, although it wasn't a lease option agreement, it was more a family member was holding it for me. It's a very, very similar principle. So really happy with this one. And let's go to the next house, shall we? Right, see you later. Bye now. Excellent, fantastic. Boom. Right, next property. Okay, so we've just got the second property. It is one of these. I think it's that one there with the white door. It is. And I agreed to buy this property for £98,000 in 2019, and today it's worth £165,000. Can you believe it? I agreed to buy it for £98,000. It's now worth £165,000. I agreed to buy it 7 years ago. It's been renting out for the last 7 years for about £1,800 a month. It's just, let me take you around it. It's incredible. Now this one has got tenants inside. I haven't seen it in absolutely years, so I really hope that the condition is good. We're obviously going to need to do some work on it, but hopefully not too much. Hello, is it Georgia? It is, yeah. Long time no see, Georgia. Yes, come in. So the lounge, you know what, the tenants are keeping the place really, really clean and just immaculate, really. We will give a little lift, so there's a few things that we will do, but considering that this hasn't been touched for many, many years, it's just fantastic. So, kitchen, this is Georgie. Say hi, Georgie. Hello. Camera shy. Are you happy with the house?
The house is fine, it just ticks along nicely. We all get on well, we treat one another with respect. If we see one another, we say hello, we have a chat. Other than that, we just get on.
And would you say that we're good landlords?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Thank you, great tenants.
Yeah.
So the kitchen, as you can see, looks really nice. Really good. Bathroom, again, good. I mean, the main thing that we're going to need to do is just paint. We're thinking of new carpets. Let me let's have a look at the carpets on the stairs, see what you think. The carpets, they're okay, but if we did change them, it would just... The carpets always give the house a real lift, and it means that, I mean, look on the stairs, they're okay, but... Okay, lovely tenants here, great people. A lot of the tenants have been here for absolute years, so... I won't go in all the rooms because they're all tenanted, but as you can see, we've got little key safes outside each room. So if a tenant gets locked out, it's all systemised. I've had this 10 years. So again, room 1, 2, 3, room 4, and then there's a room downstairs, which is where Georgie lives downstairs. Oops. Even the lights go off automatically, so the tenants can't leave the lights on. How cool is that? Okay, let's head back downstairs. Georgia, how long have you lived here?
Nearly 4 years now.
Nearly 4 years.
Yeah.
All right, see you later. Bye now. Bye. Fantastic. Great tenants, great house. See, how can you say that is not passive income when you've got 5 tenants in a house, really happy, pay their rent on time? They're paying $1,800 they're paying in rent. So if they're paying $1,800 in rent and they're all really happy and they all get on and they've been there for years, and if there are any issues, they contact the HMO management company that look after it, that take 10%, and then if the HMO management company needs looking after or needs managing, then we have our staff, our overseer, who contacts them. I don't get involved in this. It's not that you can see how happy the tenants are. You do not have to be super involved to keep the tenants super happy. You just need somebody to be. So it's fantastic. So that house, what are the figures? Lease option agreement. That house, I bought it for 98 grand. It's got 5 tenants in, paying £1,800 a month. I bought it for 98 grand. Rents have gone up, house prices have gone up. It's now worth £165,000, and that's just the bricks and mortar valuation. So absolutely stoked. You know what? There's loads more houses around here I could show you too, but I think 2's enough for today. We've got apartments, HMOs, family homes. These 2, I'm going to refinance them, pull my money out, lease option agreement. You know, with property, you've got to be patient. Sometimes you need to just wait for the prices to rise, but the cash flow has been very, very good as well. Ticks the boxes. So boom, that's it. They're a couple houses. That's the power of lease option agreements. People say, oh, I don't believe in lease option agreements, or oh, they're too good to be true, or whatever, or they don't work. Listen, not only do they work for cash flow, they've been working for me for cash flow for the last 7 years, but now I'm buying like almost 50% below market value because I set the price ages and ages ago. So the key is, what's the lesson from this? The key is, you need to go and find properties now. You need to offer the full market value, but agree to buy them or pay for them in 5, 6, 7 years time. In the meantime, benefit from the rent and then benefit from the capital appreciation. But what am I going to do at the end of the agreement? You're going to buy them for like 40, 50% below market value. And if you can't buy them because you haven't got the money, find the freaking money. Do you think I would say I can't find the money? I haven't got the 98 grand to buy this house. I know it's worth 180 or whatever it's worth, but I haven't got the 98 grand. No, I'll find the 98 grand. And then I'll refinance it and I'll pull all of my money out and more. And if for whatever reason it hasn't gone up in value, then I'll just walk away because it's the lease option agreement, not the lease obligation agreement. Is property easy? I think so. I think so, if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, it's really straightforward. Has it taken time to put the systems in place, etc., to turn this into true passive income? Absolutely. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it because now I can get, my rent comes in no matter what I'm doing. I've just had a baby boy. I'm at home, I'm on the beach, wherever I am, I get paid from these houses because you can see the systems are so good. So you need to buy the right properties at the right time, in the right area, with the right systems. If you want to learn about how to do that more, why not come and join me at the Property Investors Crash Course? Because it's too far away, because I'm not free on those dates. If you take yourself out the game, the very first hurdle, and you can't get to the crash course, you'll never be successful anyway. So get your ass to the crash course and let me show you exactly how to do this stuff so you can buy houses like this too. Boom shaka. See you next time. Thanks so much for watching. There were so many people that told me not to buy these houses. They said, you know, oh, there's about to be a big recession. Guess what? I made so much money off these 2 houses through the recession. Guess what those people are doing? The people that said don't buy those 2 houses 10 years later. I'm a multi-millionaire. They are doing the exact same thing in the same job. Just take action, man.